Mavrik Sub Zero. Matthew on camera, hello.
Hello, hello.
Should we test this one up? So we've got on the Mavrik in the sub, as you would imagine, we've got some weights where we can move center of gravity to get it lower spinning, which we'll test and show you some numbers. Let's see what this is doing. I was really impressed with Mavrik, as I think you probably were as well. Yeah. Let's see if the Sub Zero cuts the mustard too. Let's get stuck in. If you're new here, you like the reviews, maybe hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, give that little bell icon a ring and you won't miss the notifications every time we upload a new golf video, which is daily. Right, I'm gonna hit some, collect some numbers. I've actually got in this for the testing. So it's a 50 gram shaft, 6.0 stiff. The shaft that came in it as standard, 60 gram shaft rogue. Obviously get fit for your own shaft. I always think it's interesting that people want to know what shaft I'm using. Like, why do they do what does that, I don't see how that relates to the person watching, or do you?
Because one's better than the other, innit?
Yeah, but do you see what I mean?
A shaft is all about you and how you perform, isn't it?
How you feel it reacts and all those things. So I just think, so I say it because they say, oh, can you tell us what shaft? So there you go, that's what shaft, but please don't relate that to you, my speed to you, the way I will feel a shaft and pull on it will be different to you. Yeah. There you go. But I put it in because I like the light shafts. I'm just learning a little bit at the moment that I get my best out of a lighter shaft, and 50 gram quite excites me. Be interesting to see how it actually reacts to this head. In theory, these two shouldn't mix, should they?
No, no.
So we've got AI design. We're going to talk about the tech, all the ideas in a second. First initial thoughts, like the other Mavrik. It looks a little bit smaller, I think it is. We'll look at the stats and numbers, like I say. It's beautiful. Carbon looking top, black front, solid black front bar. You got the, what we call in this, bronze, dashing lines around the outside. Silver face to black, always looks good. V Callaway lineup line. And again, it's round, it's nice and round. You know, it's a really nice shape. It's so pleasing to look at. Let's collect some numbers, see if the sounds and feels. I'm gonna aim for a straight to slight fade ball with this one, because Sub Zeros generally do have a little bit of fade for me. See what we get. Yeah, so there you go, a little bit cutty, but not a bad starter.
Oh, 263.
Can we get a 280 with a sub? Always get my longest and shortest numbers with subs, with the lower spin models. I hit that really good. Let's see what we get, and that is a line.
Oh, that's a line ball, straight ball.
That is an arrow.
Oh dear.
That's a Piccati straight up ball.
269.
Look at the spin, it's low.
It's low, isn't it? Yeah, it's low. And I think through past experiences with you with low drivers, you just get those occasional ones that dip out the air when you're on.
Hits are so punchy. Yeah. They can get like 1,000 reps.
Yeah.
Why don't we have a little look at the tech as I keep hitting, see how it differs to Mavrik or not. At the moment, I have it set up in its lowest spinning makeup, basically. So let's have a look at these numbers. Let's have a look at this tech. So new AI designed flash face. Face is SS20 for fast ball speeds across the face. So it's they're using their supercomputer still to try and maximize learning, I guess, by just modeling different strikes, patterns, deliveries to get the most responsive face they can get. Will we see that? Well, you'll see the numbers. High strength FS2S titanium for consistent performance. The new face architecture required a stronger titanium, this FS2S titanium. It also saves weight. That's 6 grams lighter in the face, I'm presuming, which allows them to, obviously, if they save weight in one place, they'll try and use it in others, is always the kind of spin manufacturers put on their weight-saving policies. I wonder at what point the driver won't weigh anything, because we keep saving every week, but obviously I know they then put it somewhere else, so we don't actually save it. Jailbreak, still in the bottom. I like to see that they're continuing with this. It's something that they like revolutionise, they say, and obviously to keep with it with model and model makes it more kind of believable that they believe it's really doing something for the driver.
It must definitely work, isn't it, I think?
It's two bars that join the top to the bottom for stability, so
if it's been there, I think now, I don't know how many years, probably 5 or 6 years, isn't it? And if it's still there, it must have done something at the start.
Yeah, well, like that's what I would argue.
If they took that out now and it was half a mile an hour slower, then they would keep it, wouldn't they? So,
yeah.
And I reckon that's why they have.
Yeah. Triaxial carbon crown, so again lightening it up, trying to improve MOIs by saving weight in certain places. And something that we found in the Mavrik, so obviously in the Sub, interested to see, and at the moment, yeah, similar, unparalleled sound and feel.
Yes.
Acoustic AI, so the AI is helping them get a rib system that fine-tunes head to produce deeper, slightly highly satisfying sound. And to be honest with you, it's a cliche in its marketing speak, but it was quite satisfying, wasn't it? It was a good sound.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've also got the changeable neck, which has just been in it for ages. We almost take that for granted now, giving you some iterations of lie aloft.
And it is a 450cc.
And it's a slightly smaller head, and you do see that. It's cute. It doesn't look massively small, but you know, there will be players who pick that up, and they just will love that slightly more compact look down by the ball. I think you want the bigger, do you? Would you, someone who can hit the face?
I've always been the more
friendly,
friendly driver, definitely for me.
Let's capture a few numbers with this heavier weight at the front. So it's is it 14 gram and 2 gram, I think, wasn't it?
14 and 2 in the bottom, front.
So 14 at the front, 2 at the back, so we've got the weight more forwards. I mean, it's moving the CG less than my fingernail in there actually, but I'm guessing 300 to 500 revs is the standard of what people can move spin rates, but we'll test it. So basically it's a souped up Mavrik, isn't it? If you love Mavrik, this is the souped up version, isn't it?
I think this one gives you more options.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, as a fitter, it gives you those options, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look, we want to just shave some spin off and we're quite happy with your delivery.
Yeah.
Let's go for the low one if you can strike it. That was a toey push cut, which I get with these. Yes, it definitely feels more on the fadey. I'm going to have to work this one. That's an awful drive. Well, that's a Brammer.
Is that a bomb ball?
Is it not a Brammer?
Oh, it's out there. It's out
right.
there. Yeah. Right, as Mark changes the weights on the head, I'm just going to look at the numbers quickly. So averaging 263.
Okay.
Spinning at 1.8, nearly 1.9.
Yeah.
So on the lower side. You do have 2 shorties in there, so if we take those out, that gets your average up to 268.
Yeah, which is what I would expect from a, you know, from a low spin. I want to get this nearer to 270 with a low spin.
Low spin, and the spin didn't really change when we disabled those two. Peak height are your usual, sort of 33 peak height.
Longest hit?
Longest hit is 272.
272, I want to make that the norm, not the longest.
Yeah, but there's a few up there at 270, 269, 269, 268.
And then how low does the spin get?
1.5 is the lowest, 1.559. So
highest?
That's 2.3.
Yeah, so it's standard deviation 278. It's tight, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
good numbers to start.
It's just those low spins. It's not the driver. It's look, but I mean look at this one going out there. 296 rolling out to 295 roll with the predicted roll as well. It's interesting, isn't it? Okay, let's see what happens when I put the heavier weight at the back. I don't like the fact that you can't see what the weights are until you take them out. Is that conscious? Because they don't want you to, like, that could be a deliberate, look, we're fed up of people going, looking at it and reacting when they do their tests. So don't let them know, or is that just a mistake? I don't like it. I wouldn't like it as a fitter. Just imagine I turn up for a fitting this morning, you've done a fitting yesterday and we're using this driver. I'm gonna have to unscrew that to see what I'm giving them. That would annoy me.
Yeah, I can see why it would annoy you, yeah. I don't know if that's a bad thing, because it's more for the fitters, I think, that, because once you're fit, you're not going to move it, hopefully.
Yeah,
and
so
it doesn't matter.
It's more like people can see what it is. They might go, "Oh, this is like," because you give people clubs and they react. Oh, I can't hit that like that.
Yeah.
You just give it a go, but as soon as they've said that, they've really, like, you think, "Is this a test now?"
Because as a fitter, you want to trick them sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
Don't you?
Totally want to trick them sometimes. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's more of a fitter's annoyance more than the buyer.
Yeah. Do you think now as well? This is just with the weight. At the back, heavier weight at the back. Have I now just got a smaller headed Standard Mavrik in my hand?
Yes.
Or not, I wonder.
I reckon it will be similar spins and everything.
Which makes me always, well, sweet, it makes me think of like with my iron gappings. at certain, I want them to blend. I don't want them to be gapped. I want my 9 iron and 8 iron to be able to run into each other if they do.
Yeah.
And I want my rinky dink and that power 6 iron to be able to run into each other, those kind of things. And maybe with club design, it's the same idea. They want it, they want this club to run into, they don't want it to be massive difference because the other one's kind of there.
Yeah.
This is like fine tuning possibly. So to waggle, to feel it and see what I don't, obviously I wouldn't be able to tell you where the weight is front or back on
No,
this.
you can't tell.
Not at this stage, and I'll see it without looking at the numbers. No, I just wouldn't be able to tell you there at all. Again, I'm going to try and have to draw this. You can see how cutty I am with it, and I wasn't.
Because it does sit a bit flatter as well. I don't know if we mentioned that. It does sit a little flatter too.
Yeah, I mean, it's generally, in my experience on tour ranges, your better players don't want anything going left in a big club.
Yeah.
They want it defaulting almost that way. There's obviously exceptions, but that's the standard rule. And that's apart from the drop off in spin, which gets me in trouble. The biggest thing I notice with any company's low spin drivers is I do have to just embrace the fade or fight it. Like it is something that I have to just default to do.
Yeah.
Alright, coming back, I reckon. I did quite well actually. That was a heel strike, but I was trying to draw it, so they kind of balanced each other out to be straight. There's a fin, I'm doing quite well as well. The sound has to be said. The sound, it's not like other drivers. It has got a unique quality and unique in an absolutely brilliant way. I love the sound and feel of this club.
Not sounding much different to the other one either that we tested.
The Standard Mavrik, no, I'm not, I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference.
No.
And I want that to happen.
Yeah.
The better one.
That sounded more meaty.
Yeah, I actually turned it the way I wanted. See, that'll throw the numbers because that's a brilliantly low spin run.
Head dip ball.
Yeah, like it totally works that shot for me. You don't have to carry too much. Does feel good, looks good. And is that the longest hit we've had? One more.
Could well be.
No, I've towed it. It's a towy block. It's one of yours.
Oh, lovely.
Done well for distance, just
God,
not.
that has.
Direction's not healthy. Should we look at the old numbers? How are the numbers looking, Matthew?
So we have got, if I just undisable that one first. Oh, God, I'm having a right little moment. 262. And with the disabled ones on the previous, your spin is exactly the same on the 2.
Yeah, so but I had that, if you disabled the low, there was a 1100 miss hit spinner.
1 in there, then pops it up to 2000, so 150 revs difference kind of, if you're rounding up or down.
Yeah.
But they're probably strike related, so you put your highest spin to 6 now.
In the weight back?
With the weight back instead of 380, so 200 revs.
There's your 300 revs, isn't it?
Yeah, and I would say that, like we said, 300 revs with the weights changing round, it's probably going to be that if you hit a few more shots and get those strikes similar.
Yeah.
With the short ones taken out, why does it keep doing that? 265. And the longest 272. So
again, yeah, okay.
Similar to the weights forward.
Yeah, so as expected, with a really good sound. Let's do the accuracy test to finish, me and you put your yellow flasher in there.
I haven't had a shot yet today.
Let's do it. It's the accuracy test. We've gone Sub Zero, we've gone weight at the front.
Weight at the front, low spin.
And we're both going to use the handcrafted because I want to give Matt all the advantage. Let's see what you get. Because in theory, you're a high spinner, so Sub Zero is something that if you were competing more and actually practicing, you might go towards.
Yeah, I would potentially be that person, mightn't I? Because we saw the results of the standard, and that was near 3,000.
Yeah.
I know that's striking me personally as well, but if I keep doing that, then why would I not go to this?
Well, lots of tour players that I've had the luckiness to fit with, they're spinning drivers comfortably, sometimes 2.4, 2.5 to 3,000, so they put them in the low spin model.
Yeah.
You know, those tour fitters aren't going, why don't you just change your swing?
Yeah.
They're successful players.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not as a successful player, so you go for the friendly one. But if you were when you were playing, you would have been classed as a successful player for what you were doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Playing, putting time in and actually practicing. So this is something, you are one of those people where maybe a low spin driver, you know, you are that demographic a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Because sometimes I think people mix it up with the I'm a 16 handicapper and I spin it at 3,000 demographic, and then I, subject to their strike, I worry that they think this is the answer. Well, I would much more get into them as technique.
Swing based stuff, yeah.
The game, you've got to hit fairways in a row, you've got 3 shots. If you miss it after 3, you're out of the game.
Did I start last time? I don't think I did I?
I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
No, you didn't start last time. You DQ'd.
Right, let's go. Oh, it's low.
Get through the tree. That is. Oh, you hit it.
No.
It might hit the fairway. No. That's brilliant. How do you do these things? You absolutely push the software to the limit, don't you?
Oh, it doesn't even like say how far it's carried.
No, because it carried to the tree. Because sometimes that Lockie Army just need pegging back a chant or two. No.
I'm not going to start again, am I?
No. You might not start. These games are going to resort in you trying to chip onto this bit of fairway, aren't you? You're just going to try and hit like 100-yard chip onto this bit of fairway. Like that. Get on.
Right, me not starting again. Brilliant.
That's a good shot. He's off.
Yes.
That's low though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to run.
Yeah, it's a great drive. That's massive. What are we getting on that then?
Low spin. 1.8.
1.8. 2.78. Good drive.
Right,
that's a great drive. That's why the Army are strong.
Yeah, they believed in that one there, didn't
They only need 1 every 5 shots and they're more than happy.
That's one in 6 on the last 2 reviews. I've got one.
They're never expecting anything more.
That proves that I need this one. It is a low though, isn't it, as well? I need to start hitting that more.
Sound of it, back to where the other Mavrik was and liking it?
Love the sound of it. And I'm growing on the looks as well, the colour.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind the old orange. The more I look at it, the more I'm starting to like the look.
Yeah, I liked it from the start, but you weren't sure, but it's growing on you, I get it.
I think it's just my grip that I need to change. As soon as I get a new grip.
You want it all coordinated up?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Don't worry about hitting fairways in a row, I just want to be colour coordinated.
Good.
2.
Stay there.
No,
That's a dipper. Hit the tree and...
Oh, it's 1 in a row. 1 in a row is a thing. What is the spin on that?
That's a dipper. That's what 1,000.
1,000 spin. That's why you should never play this club.
Yeah.
2-2.
Because I'm a toey, high toey person as well, which just gets that.
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. And that's why I don't play it, really.
Yeah, yeah. You'll go. Good luck.
Just got to hit the fairway for a draw.
Yeah. 1 fairway. Yeah, you can have that too.
But I'll be honest with you, I don't feel as fairway findy with a Sub Zero.
A bit more cutty, just aim up the left, you're all good. Just miss that tree.
I'm going to go try and not cut it, so I'm going to try and actually...
Fight it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bullet. Oh no, it's just turned a bit.
It's nice.
Still good, yeah.
It's not
Oh,
the
look
best
at it
strike.
run. Look at it run.
Take it though.
1-3.
260 but 1-3 spin again, that's where it's just
In danger.
I would be Mavrik, I wouldn't be Sub, but I knew that before the test started really. Well, that's turning, that won't hit. Get out of there. We're both struggling to get flight on it, aren't we, a little?
Yeah, not up, is it?
Yeah.
So we drew that then.
Yeah, that's a win for you.
That's a win. Draw's a win.
I could absolutely game this but wouldn't want to.
Would you not game it with the weights reversed?
No, I would go, why give up, and I would just go the bigger one.
Okay.
I don't see what this does over that one, apart from those people who want the smaller look, and then they want also, you know, to really push the spin down a little bit. I think it's a really good driver, and I think Mavrik's probably one of the best drivers Callaway have ever made. I mean, there's a statement for you, and they've made some great ones. Proper impressed.
AI, bruh.
It's clever, it is clever. You could game it, or have to, in theory.
I will.
Against the hat, but,
yeah, I definitely will.
yeah. But you wouldn't be subbing.
No, I will. I've got a fit booked in for all the new stuff, so
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see what I come out with.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling like the standard as well.
Yeah, I think if you were still practicing and playing, the sub would
Might
be
be
in
an
your bag. I
option,
think
yeah.
you are that person. Speed,
Yeah.
delivery, not the lowest spinning, so why not get a club that helps that fraction, because you can hit fairway and play with it. But,
Yeah. I agree. I
yeah.
agree. It would definitely be an option.
Yeah, a good club. Post comments down below. Sub Zero or not? What do you think of Mavrik? Is it a goose or is it a top dog? I'm properly impressed with it this year.